Hey, good morning, and thanks for tuning in. You're watching FunkShop TV right here on Twitch.
What's up?
.TV/FunkShop TV. This is the FunkShop Daily Show. And by daily, we mean Monday through Friday, because Saturday and Sunday don't count as days anymore.
They don't?
No, they're extracurricular activities.
Oh, okay.
What up, Shawn? How are you?
I'm good. I was up till 1 a.m. editing video.
Yeah?
Only to bang my head against the wall till 1 a.m.
Usually that's how it happens with you.
Because I was just running myself down the wrong path, so to speak.
Oh?
You know what I mean? Like
Chasing the wrong rabbit down the right hole? Or the right rabbit down the wrong hole?
I don't know. But either way, I didn't get, I basically wasted a bunch of time. Though I did learn some things for future things that I could have done while shooting to make it where I didn't have the problem I was having. This morning I woke up at 5:30 and went back to editing and solved the problem. Took a completely different approach. Different thing, but yeah, I mean, it was good. Good. I finally caught up on some sleep. It for the last few weeks I've been sleeping like 4 hours and being awake for 8 and then sleeping for 4 and being awake for 8. It's goofy. Yeah, that's a weird schedule. I know that feeling. So I went to bed about 12:30. And then I got up at 5. And I just kind of looked in the mirror and I said, F that. I'm going back to bed. And it worked. I went back to sleep. Good. Then I woke up at like 9:30. So I actually caught up on some sleep. Now I feel super tired. Isn't that weird how that works? In like a couple hours you'll probably your energy levels will level out, hopefully. Yeah. Yep. I'm just scrolling for some trending topics. I prepared some this morning. That's amazing. I mean, good. It's not that amazing. I usually look up a few things. I'm just being sarcastic. Have you heard about the hole in the International Space Station? The coal? Hole. Like a hole between inside the spacecraft and outside in space. No. So this happened. Space gremlins chewed a hole in it? This happened a few months ago. Or a month ago, maybe. Let me. I'll send a link. Thanks, here. Jess, for bringing me coffee. I needed it. Post a link in the group chat here so you can pull it up so you can see what I'm talking about. There you go. So a hole emerged not that long ago, but I think about a month ago. And they weren't sure at first, but it looks like it was drilled from the inside. And so now there's an investigation. From what I gather, there was only Russian and American cosmonauts and astronauts in there at the time, but that might not be true. Just because they don't mention anybody else, so I'm just assuming that nobody else was in there at the time. They patched it up with some putty or whatever, and so that was a big investigation to figure out where the hole came from, whether it was there when it went up into space, because it could have. Hey, what up, Chaotic from Montana? Another Northwesterner. What's up? So they could have came from on Earth, like it could have happened while it was still on Earth and got shipped up there and put on there and nobody noticed it. Or it could have happened in space. Who knows? It's kind of weird. It'd be kind of hard to drill a hole in space, though, from inside the thing. Like, just the mechanics behind it'd be very difficult to operate a drill in that fashion in microgravity. Yeah, I can see that. So it's interesting. I don't know if you want to look at the article or not. Yeah, I pulled it up. Oh, okay. Excuse me. So this was posted December 26, 2018 at 2:36 p.m. on BGR.com. Not sure what BGR is, but it says there isn't much contest for the most bizarre space news story of the year. If anyone were to give away such an award, it would be definitely handed to the bizarre saga of the leak that spontaneously appeared in the hull of Soyuz spacecraft that was attached to the International Space Station several months ago.
Now, with the ship itself safely back on Earth and the portion of the spacecraft that held the hole jettisoned during the re-entry, it's up to Russia to determine how the hole was created, when, and by whom. I think that's going to be a little tough. I mean, you're not going to carbon date a hole to find out exactly what day it was drilled.
Yeah, I don't know.
The country's investigation into the strange incident has seemed messy to any outside observer, with statements from officials coming fast and furious in the days following the hole's discovery and then tapering off rapidly with no resolution. This week, Russian cosmonaut Sergei Prokopyev, however that name is pronounced, I apologize for slaughtering, told reporters that the hunt for the truth was in the hands of the Russian space program, but he also stated definitively that the hole was created from the inside. Okay, so the hole was drilled from the inside the spacecraft and wasn't drilled into the interior from the exterior, but what does that mean, and is it important? Well, at the moment it does not mean a whole lot, especially if you place any weight to early statements from Russian officials who believe the damage was created during the spacecraft's manufacturing process. Ships like Russia's Soyuz go through extensive testing and inspection before they're allowed to be strapped onto a rocket and shot into space. Everything is pretty much perfect for a ship to be cleared to take human passengers, and the fact the hole wasn't addressed during the inspection and verification process is obviously peculiar. Early on, rumblings out of Russia suggested that maybe one of ISS crew members, a NASA astronaut perhaps, had drilled the hole in order to cut a mission short so a sick crew member could return. These assertions were quickly shot down by the crew, and Russia rapidly denied, suggesting that anyone aboard the ISS was responsible.
Well, that's good.
Assuming the damage was created when the ship was still on Earth, the fact that it was drilled from the inside might not mean all that much. The hole, which was apparently hidden with a low-quality patch job, ultimately posed no threat to the crew, but is still a nasty mark on Russia's Soyuz program, which NASA and other international space groups have relied on to get scientists into space. That's that.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully that'll change soon, because I know I was reading an article about SpaceX sending, I think late in January, they're supposed to send their first astronauts into space on their spacecraft.
Oh.
So, I mean, SpaceX is still new, so it's as far as they've had to go through a million tests. I mean, obviously you want somebody that's new on the block to go through a lot of testing and a lot of missions before you start sending people through there.
Right.
But yeah, according to some articles I read, it was I think January 17th, I believe, if I remember right.
I'm giving Chaotic some follows.
Awesome. Again, thanks, Chaotic.
Montana. You know, I can't now. Obviously, we know Montana's got some college and universities, and they're really not that far behind technology-wise the rest of the country. But I don't think I have ever heard of anybody from Montana being on the internet. It's the first time.
I mean,
no, that's not true. I have some friends that live in Helena that are on Facebook. Checking our audio levels?
Yes, and they're fine.
Yay. That's good. That is good.
Any hoot. Any hoot. Hoot.
I've heard that forever.
My grandmother used to say that all the time.
Wow. Aileen A is going to have a Clark County wedding expo coming up.
That sucks. I mean, it doesn't really suck, but...
January 5th. Huh.
So another space-related thing, Saturn's rings are disappearing much faster than they thought they were. You know, like Saturn has rings around it. They're
I think, didn't we talk about that like a week ago?
Did we? I don't know. I mean, there was another article about it. Maybe I forgot we talked about it.
I believe we did.
Oh, okay. Well, this article just says that basically since the 1980s when the Voyager mission went by it, the rate of decay of the rings is a lot faster than previously, so they may not be as old as they thought they were, kind of thing. So interesting, because they thought they formed like 4.5 billion years ago, but the rings may only be 100 to 200 million years old.
Well, now that the NASA study, according to the NASA study, the rings will be completely gone in a few 100 million years. So,
yep,
we won't be able to see them someday.
I'm gonna miss them.
I don't think I'm ever gonna not see them.
Have you ever seen them?
Yeah, I'm looking at them right now, bro.
Oh, okay. I mean, sure, it wasn't like a picture from like 2 days ago.
I could be, but I'm still looking at the rings.
Oh, okay. They might not be there right now.
I don't think they disappeared overnight. I mean,
it's kind of a weird concept too, because like, is there really night in space? Like,
overnight is kind of an expression.
Yeah.
It's not. Oh, this is what happens when we have an off week, dude. Like yesterday, I thought it was Tuesday all day until you called me out on it. Said it's Wednesday, dummy.
What's today? Thursday?
It's Thursday now.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, important thing: tsunami in Indonesia.
Yes.
Lots of people have died.
That death toll has really climbed, hasn't it?
According to this article that I'm looking at on USA Today, that was posted yesterday at 9 a.m., so it's probably higher now, but according to this, it's 373 people died. And I'm assuming that it was caused by eruption from the volcano.
Let me make sure before I cite this article. I want to check the date. I want to make sure it's the same Indonesia tsunami,
right?
Because they've had more than one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's got to be different because this is September 30th, 2018. So they had one not too long ago.
And then, like, wasn't it like 8 years ago they had a giant one too? 10 years ago? 12
Well, the one
like
a few months, let's see.
5 years ago? There was like a really big one years ago. I can't remember what year. It killed thousands, wasn't it? Wasn't that Indonesia?
There was twin natural disasters just a few months ago. They had a 7.5 magnitude earthquake and a tsunami that unleashed an 18-foot wave. Turned parts of Palu and the surrounding strip of coastline into a graveyard. This article's from September 30th. But it says, as of Sunday evening, national disaster mitigation officials said that at least 832 people had been confirmed killed. This is just a few months ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that probably also has to do with the fact that they're Indonesia's...
this one currently is saying over at least 373.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. And because their advanced or their warning system never triggered an alert because they haven't been keeping it maintained.
Wow.
So basically, it's a bunch of buoys that like measure the wave height and stuff, and if they aren't like properly maintained and serviced, and make sure the stuff's working in them.
Right.
That I guess officials said they haven't been working since 2012.
This article, CBS News reported Christmas Eve, Indonesian government workers and volunteers searched debris-strewn beaches for survivors and bodies after a nighttime tsunami struck without warning, killing at least 373 people on a busy holiday weekend. The disaster agency spokesperson said 1,459 were injured, 128 remained missing from the disaster areas along the coastlines of western Java and southern Sumatra Islands. Reuters said that some 12,000 people evacuated to higher ground.
Crazy. And that's all because of a volcano. They've actually expanded the don't go near the volcano range.
Yeah.
Warning. according to another article.
As Julie's worry monster,
Shush.
wait for her 50th birthday. But instead of worrying,
I hate
she doesn't
CBS
worry.
News websites sometimes.
I thought we'd have more girls' nights.
Indonesia widens exclusion zone around island volcano that triggered the tsunami.
Wow.
Yeah, so I guess that's been going on. I mean, because then was that the tsunami from a few months ago? Was that triggered by the volcano too?
I'm not sure. Most likely. It was an earthquake followed by a tsunami. So yeah,
so probably all the same system as far as the
right.
Man,
That Inter-Pacific mountain range is quite volatile.
I mean, it'd be kind of cool to see the volcano go up. Like, I would love to actually see like a volcano explode in my lifetime
Most of their volcanoes that are creating,
and fly a drone around it.
yeah.
Not gonna
Oh,
lie.
I just got a pop-up from Xfinity. You have reached 100% of your
I bet-
1,024 gigabyte internet data usage plan for this calendar month. As a courtesy, we give you 2 months of complimentary overages, after which you will be charged $10 for each 50 gigabytes of data provided.
So you better call Comcast and say, please switch me to unlimited.
We'll do that next month.
Don't you have to do it in advance, like ahead of time?
Huh?
Don't you have to do that ahead of time?
No.
Oh.
No. You can decide to call
Fuck
them
you,
anytime during
Comcast.
that month. Their internet usage scales are a little bit different than their billing cycle.
No. Well, if you're watching and you're enjoying what you're watching, or if you're watching a later date and you want to come and help continue to make this show possible, go ahead and donate to our Twitch, please. And thank you. It will help fund the internet bandwidth that Comcast is raping us with. That's what they do. Everybody knows that. Any hoot.
I'm looking through TMZ, and this headline says wrestler Andrew Johnson in pretty good spirits, still weighing legal options. You hear about that?
Who?
High school wrestler Andy Johnson is doing well and in pretty good spirits after the haircut incident earlier this month.
I saw the headline about that. I didn't click on it, though.
We've learned the family is still weighing their legal options. Johnson has gone under the radar ever since the December 19th wrestling match when referee Alan Maloney, who is white, told the 16-year-old black wrestler to either chop off his dreadlocks or forfeit the match. But a source closely connected to the family put it this way: Andrew is in pretty good spirits. He hopes for things to return to normal, and he's looking forward to competing with his wrestling team again soon.
What are you doing? These damn ads, man.
Yeah. There are reports the family has already decided not to pursue legal action over the incident, but sources with direct knowledge say those reports are inaccurate. In fact, we're told the family is considering all options. One thing they want before making any decisions: the finding of the New Jersey Attorney General Division on Civil Rights. That division is in the midst of its investigation into the incident. Johnson's teammates at Buena Regional High School in New Jersey had a scheduled meet Thursday, but Johnson did not participate because he felt overwhelmed by the media attention.
What the fuck? Why does he have to cut off his dress? Like, what? Nobody stopped. Like, how could nobody this day and age in 2018 go, hey, jackass, what the fuck do you think you're doing?
Right.
Because I would have walked out of the stands and been like, no.
I'm with you.
Like, what does it matter? Like,
I
it's not
absolutely
giving
agree.
him an advantage.
I agree. What's the big deal?
Yeah. Maybe somebody who's a wrestler can let us know, like, what? Because I'm not a wrestler. I never wrestled competitively, so.
I was in high school, and I don't see what the big deal is. Doesn't make any sense to me.
I mean, if anything, he's it added weight to his body, so it means he's weighs in heavier than he could. If anything, it's more of a disadvantage.
Yeah, I don't see what I don't see what the problem is.
Fuck that ref. That's disgusting as shit.
Alan Maloney, why are you making the poor kid cut his hair? Huh?
Oh.
And did he go cut his dreads?
Yeah, I just watched a video of it on CNN. They put
the referee who said black student wrestler had to cut his dreads is done working with the school district. That was posted 3 hours ago. Now, did he get fired so the school district could make a statement, or did he just quit because he got tired of the press?
I bet he got asked to step down.
After a referee who oversaw a tournament at Buena Regional High School in New Jersey said a black student must cut the dreadlocks in order to compete, the district superintendent never wants to work with him again.
All the ads.
Hey, Chaotic, thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate that.
I just want to say, Jesus.
The teen was forced by the referee, identified by multiple news outlets as Andy Maloney, to choose between the haircut and forfeiting his match. Maloney was reported acting under the rules that stipulate wrestlers must not have hair past their earlobes or else wear a permitted hair cap. I don't think it's a hair cap. I think it's probably headgear.
Why is that a rule? I mean, I guess if you had like hair that was like
past your shoulders,
down to like your knees.
If you had Fabio hair,
that could, I don't know. I guess you could. Your hair could wrap around your opponent's neck or something. If it was like super long.
Oh, it wasn't. The referee wouldn't allow him to wrestle with a cover over his dreadlocks. It was either impromptu haircut or a forfeit. Johnson chose the haircut, then won by sudden victory in overtime.
Yeah, I just watched.
The guy that lost that should sue the referee because all they did is make the kid be pissed off. The kid won because he was mad.
I mean, he deserves to be mad about that.
According to a statement from Cappuccino posted on the district's website, Maloney is not employed by the Buena Vista schools, so he does not have the power to fire him. The group that assigns referees, however, have said they will not assign him to any matches until further notice. What an asshole.
Yep. And there's a video of it on the headlines of CNN if you're looking for a video.
Yeah, I'm afraid to play any news videos because I don't want YouTube to take the video down.
True story.
Chaotic said unfair advantage because his dreads stank and nobody wanted to wrestle him. I doubt that's true. And I don't, like, even when I was in high school, I don't remember hair stipulations. I'm sure there was, but I always kept my head shaved, so I never had to deal with it. But I really don't see how it would make that big of a deal.
Mm-mm. In the video I watched,
I wrestled in junior high and high school.
His hair was not that long. Like,
no,
it wasn't even past his shoulders. Like, it was, but it was past his ears. But I don't know.
Here's some rap news for you, bro.
Uh-oh.
This came out today at 10:13 a.m. So less than an hour ago. DMX 1 more month behind bars, and then it's time for family and Hollywood. DMX can see the light at the end of the prison tunnel because we've learned he's going to be released in exactly 1 month. DMX's attorney, Murray Richmond, tells TMZ X will be released from Gilmer Federal Correction Institution on January 27th, and he's excited about coming home to his family and resuming his rap and movie career. DMX has a huge fam, 15 kids to be exact, and he's anxious to see his youngest son, 2-year-old Exodus Simmons, who we're told has had serious health problems. Despite serving a 12-month sentence for tax evasion, DMX is still a wanted man in Hollywood. We're told X has been getting offers from movie producers for a biopic. Some good news from DMX fans. We're told X has been writing lots of songs in prison. he's got plenty of time on his hands, and he's planning on dropping a new album when he's released. He's going to get out of prison, and X going to give it to you.
We can hope it could be as good as Tupac's album when he came out of prison.
So you're
Probably not. But
you're hoping he goes to more of a mental awakening than just the same growl and rah, rah.
Yeah, I doubt though.
What you really want?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna go there, but you know,
DMX.
you know, I liked some of his songs, but it definitely wasn't like a favorite rapper of mine.
Not mine either. I don't like the whole screaming thing.
You had a few songs that there was like, all right, cool, I'll throw in now, especially if it wants something angry.
I liked Onyx back in the day when they did it, but it didn't last very long. Like I was over it quick.
Yeah, wasn't he also in there for like drugs and stuff too?
No, tax evasion. In fact,
I know he was like hella fucked up on drugs for a while.
he was for a minute. Now I know he owed the IRS a shit ton of money. He ended up going to a federal court, and the judge made him get a day job so he could be using that to have taxes taken out, but being put into this tax pool. And he got a day job at IHOP and ended up getting fired for not showing up.
I mean, DMX at IHOP.
Yeah, he was cooking at IHOP. So,
I mean, if you're
Yeah,
gonna go get a
they're
day
going to
job, go get like a job, like something on a union type of situation. Go make cars or something.
I mean, here's a picture for you if you want to see it. Maybe. There it is. DMX in all his glory in his IHOP uniform.
That's awesome.
And you can see him here standing behind the counter or in the kitchen. He was a cook. Rough Rider.
I hope he was barking the whole time while he was cooking.
I know. Order up. Ham and eggs coming up. Stop with the unlimited pancakes. Pissing me off.
True story.
Yep. Old DMX. Hopefully you'll stay focused though. Stay on the right track. Take care of your 24 kids.
And pay your taxes.
Yeah.
Like, you're too big not to pay your taxes. Yeah.
And speaking of photos, let's another photo opportunity.
Oh, fuck this.
Huh?
I didn't know what you were gonna post.
Chaotic said, I would much rather see him out taking orders. Yeah, me too. Just screaming, what? What you want? What kind of soup? Huh? It's on the table.
He could have went to work for that one restaurant that insults their customers.
Yeah.
That'd been perfect for him.
It would have been good for him. So here's a Christmas picture of Eddie Murphy with all of his 10 children and a holiday family photo. Included his fiancee Paige Butler along with her mother and his mom Lillian. And it was shared on Instagram by his eldest daughter Bria. And it even has his
God, that guy went.
infant son. He's got 10 kids, man.
If that guy went out on touring
Look at that.
comedy stuff again, man, he would sell out arenas.
Maybe.
Oh, he would.
You know what? I would like to think that he would.
Well,
But he's not the same comedian that he used to be. Now, when he did
No.
Raw and Delirious,
but I guess
the filth was part of the reason why he sold so much. But then, since he's become the family man, he doesn't cuss anymore, doesn't tell dirty jokes anymore.
from
I don't know if he
from
still
other
would.
comedians, say like guys like Joe Rogan and stuff who know him, they say that's exactly words out of their mouth. They hang out with him and like he's still like one of the funniest people on the planet is what they say.
He may be. He very well could be.
Plus, I don't
don't think he'd sell. I don't think he'd sell out a stadium tour.
Oh,
I mean, you can smirk all you fucking want, but I'm still going to say bullshit. It's not going to happen.
I think he would. I mean, obviously, he's not going to do it because he has no desire to do it anymore because he's so goddamn rich. He is
not a black Garth Brooks, bro.
I feel like you'd do better than Garth Brooks.
No way. I guarantee Eddie Murphy could not come to Portland, sell out a sold-out show at the Rose Garden, and then have 4 more dates added because the demand was so high and sell those other 4 dates out too.
No, maybe not, but
I guarantee that.
He would still sell a stadium tour.
I don't think so. Some cities he would, but I don't think it would be a sellout tour.
Well, I mean, if you're touring, you're going to usually tour with a couple of people. So.
Now, if it's like 2,500 occupancy, yeah. I honestly don't see any comedians selling out a national stadium tour.
Joe Rogan is right now.
I doubt it.
He just did most of his big, like his actual touring gigs are at really huge stadiums. Like he did Madison Square Garden and sold that out. A couple of shows there. Like they're actually him, Bert, Tom Segura, and all of them are talking about actually doing a stadium tour.
Now, I could see a cast like that.
But Joe Rogan's the biggest of them all. He has the biggest pull. Like he sells out everything he fucking does.
I don't think he'd sell out a Rose Garden.
Are you kidding me right now? Rose Garden's nowhere near as big as Madison Square Gardens.
But Madison Square Garden is in New York.
He would easily sell out.
Rose Garden is in Portland. You can't compare apples and oranges, bro.
I guarantee he would sell out Rose Garden.
I guarantee he wouldn't.
I'd put $100 on it if he did Rose Garden.
$100?
He would.
That's not very confident, bro. $100 bet is not a very confident bet.
No, I'm just saying because I don't want to take $1 million from you.
And why is I'm looking at Joe Rogan on StubHub right now, and it doesn't say anything about any events.
Go to his. I don't think he sells on StubHub. Go to his website. Joe. God damn it.
Strange Times Tour?
Yeah, that's his current one.
Alright. I see no dates listed anywhere. Strange Times Tour. And then it goes to Watch Now link for his podcast.
I know he's on tour. Oh, wait. No, Strange Times was his last tour. That's actually...
The Netflix comedy special.
So Strange Times was his last special that came out. And the tour... So when a special airs, that's at the end of a tour. So the tour is to work on material... Like,
to collect the video material for the...
Not for the special is usually shot over like anywhere from 2 to 4 or maybe 6 in extreme cases at one venue over the course of like a day or two, a couple of days, or maybe even a weekend or something. Okay. The tour is basically like where when they do really big venues, they're doing jokes that they have down pretty well. Basically, they're working their act out for the special. And then they do, like at the small comedy clubs, they work out like brand new material that they like don't have down at all. And then once they kind of figured out like how it goes together, then they take that on to do those things. Basically, a tour is a combination of small gigs, small places to work out new material. Then that also transforms into putting the entire set together, the hour and a half, whatever their special is going to be. And then they'll do like... No,
Tom Segura, Joe Rogan, I have Chaotix talking about it. I have a lot of respect for all of them. I don't...
Segura's been selling out huge stuff too. Like, Joe Rogan's even talked about selling out Madison Square Gardens and a bunch of... like, he'd been specifically talking about different stadium stuff.
I'm not saying there aren't huge stadiums that they couldn't sell out nationwide, but they're not going to sell out all stadiums nationwide. I don't see it happening.
I don't think he would sell out like, where the Seahawks play. Obviously not. That's
Westfield.
Yeah, I mean, if you had the right group of guys together, like you put all them,
Right.
You know, they could do it.
Absolutely.
Like, football stadiums for sure, but they do basketball sized stadiums. Like Joe Rogan is at that level now in the comedy world where he has no problem selling out. Obviously, he'll pick and choose cities that he thinks that
Right.
like he's not going to go to like some place that's
Well, I don't
very
even think
specific.
it's probably just like music artists. He's not necessarily even going to pick and choose cities. He's going to go wherever pays him. Promoters are going to buy the concert tour, just like it happens with music.
I'm not sure how that works with that, to be honest.
I'd be willing to bet as long as they pay him, he'll be there. If we said, yeah, we're going to give you $200 million to do a show at the Rose Garden, he's going to show up and do the show, not giving a fuck how many people are in the audience.
I mean, I'm sure people are going to show up to it, though. $200 million to do one show, that they don't make that much, but...
No, but I bet it's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, he hasn't even started his new hour yet. Like, because Strange Times just came out.
When it happens, look into it, call his people.
I will.
Find out how much it would cost to do the tour in Portland. See what they say. You know what they're going to say? They're going to be like, that's Rose Garden, right? Yeah. Last time we thought about it, we anticipated a half sell, so we didn't want to deal with it.
Last time he was in Portland and I saw, he didn't do the Rose Garden, but he did...
Schnitz?
Yeah, I think it was a Schnitz he did.
I'm looking it up now. He was at Helium Comedy Club in Portland.
Yeah,
he could sell that out.
Yeah, he does that too.
I'm sure he would sell that out.
Like I said, he does small clubs too.
Right.
Because he enjoys them.
No, well, and he should. As a comedian, you really should. There's comedy club staples in every city that you should probably hit once or twice every 2 or 3 years.
He comes to Portland usually a few times a year, and I know like he goes and does like 3 or 4 shows, like 4 or 5 nights, sometimes 6 nights a week, down LA. So if he's not traveling, he's doing shows at like the different comedy clubs in LA. But yeah, he hasn't started his any kind of new tour. I think all he's doing is LA stuff right at the moment until he gets enough material to go on tour.
Now I'm watching a video of Joe Rogan getting on stage in Portland. To me, it looks like it's at Crystal Ballroom.
He's probably done that too.
Actually.
But yeah, I know he's
definitely.
I know he's done the Schnit, the one with the big lights. That's the place with the big lit up billboard right out front, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done that venue. I've seen his name up there.
Yeah.
He's probably done half a dozen or more venues in Portland, for that matter.
Probably.
But then there are comedians that like Chris Rock, Kevin Hart. Fuck, he was doing stadiums for a while, like football stadiums.
And again, Shawn, I'm not saying they can't sell out stadiums. I'm saying not every stadium show on a tour is going to be a sellout.
Probably not.
Kevin Hart could probably do Madison Square Garden on a 2 weeks notice and pack it out.
Probably, I'd hope so.
Joe Rogan probably could do the same thing. I wouldn't be at the least bit surprised if Impractical Jokers did a Madison Square Garden thing and sold it out. I could see them doing it.
Logan Paul. Actually, he could.
Probably.
Where do they box? Logan Paul and KSI. They boxed somewhere, some big venue. I think it was over in Europe, wasn't it? They had a whole crap load of people there on top of all the. That was a crazy event. They're rematching, you know that?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
Make more money. Because it did like a pay-per-view on YouTube. It was like $5 to watch. They just got like 2 million people to buy.
I wish I can get 2 million people to spend $35 to watch me beat somebody up. That would be nice.
Yeah. What's his the guy, one of the guys from Fighter and the Kid podcast, Brand Schaub. He was actually just on. So Logan Paul just started his own podcast recently. So they have their own podcast, and Brand Schaub was actually on there. You know who Brand Schaub is? He used to be a UFC fighter.
Okay.
And he's like also a comedian now. Like he's on Joe Rogan's podcast all the time. Friends, all that whole group of guys. And he was just on his on Logan Paul's. What's one of the opening remarks? I was just watching. I was like, "Oh, he's on there. I gotta see the reaction. Like, what's going on in this?"
Okay.
So I watched it, and I kind of laughed. And I was like, pretty much right away, they opened up with Brandon Schaub and Logan Paul are Eskimo brothers. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So they were like, and I guess,
can't say that I have any of those that I'm aware of.
Brand Schaub's like, wasn't sure that if Logan was still with that girl, and but they weren't. But
Miley Cyrus guy, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think I saw a headline about them. To Liam Hemsworth, right?
Yeah.
Damn it! I was hoping for that one.
For Liam or Miley?
I mean, either one.
Depending on what you identify as that.
I'll be coming up money wise either way. It's a win-win.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I prefer Miley, but whatever. Give me a few.
Justin
million.
Bieber can now return to Argentina. The country reversed its no Biggz allowed policy, so all the believers in Buenos Aires can rejoice.
Why was there no?
TMZ has learned Justin Bieber can finally go back to Argentina without fear of being arrested for his alleged role in a beatdown of a photographer way back in November of 2013. It's been a long and winding road in the legal system. A trial judge found Bieber guilty, but the case was appealed several times, and ultimately the Argentinian Supreme Court reversed the conviction and cleared him. A document of resolution was filed December 18th, officially ending Justin's ban.
So they're just doing that to him to come back so they can arrest him when he gets off the plane.
It says Bieber was indicted December 2016 for allegedly ordering his bodyguards to assault a photographer as he was leaving a club, take the guy's money and gear. Justin's not currently on tour, but when he decides to go back, he's got a huge country in South America available to add to the concert list.
It's
and if
crazy.
anything, man, this photographer. Now I'm gonna show this. We probably shouldn't, but I'm gonna. If anything, this photographer is the one getting all of the publicity. Watch this video.
This is like a terrible camera angle.
Justin should have had all of this guy's photography equipment taken away just because he sucks.
Justin! With that, man. Yo, get out of here with that, man. Yo. Bueno, ahí se retira Shakti.
I mean, that seems a bit excessive. Like chasing him across the street.
Right.
They go after him again. Is there like 2 sets of security there or something?
Well, one of them looks like it's probably security for the venue and local authorities.
Bueno, terrible agresión a un fotógrafo. Estamos acá filmando. Bueno, sigue la agresión.
Well, and why did they cover him with a sheet when he was coming out? What is he? I don't understand that. What has he got to hide?
Se pusieron muy violentos.
¿Quién? ¿Lo custodia?
Le pegaron a un fotógrafo.
I mean, you know how famous you are. Why? Yeah, just go out.
Right. Wave a little bit.
Ahí se llevan las
What's the
chicas
big deal?
de Inc.
If you don't want to wave, don't wave. Just
Otra vez escándalo
yeah.
con Justin Bieber.
You couldn't even see Justin Bieber anywhere in that.
Estamos acá.
How do we know Justin Bieber was there?
Right.
There's no video proof of it in the first place.
Bueno, ahí se va Justin Bieber después de agredir.
This place is so ghetto. Whoa. You got jumped again? Probably said, go get that camera because otherwise we're all going to jail. Go get that camera footage. Because the second camera that was recording the first cameraman getting roughed up, obviously that's the camera that they're like, oh shit, somebody else got the whole thing on camera too. We need it. Go get it. And I have seen that happen before.
That's why you live stream.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what blue-haired Mike always did. He'd have like somebody filming the police and then somebody filming the person filming the police.
News that just came out 7 minutes ago. Frank Adonis is dead at 83.
Frank Adonis.
He was the actor from the Goodfellas.
I'm not sure who that is. I mean, I probably recognize his face.
What's really funny is...
Let's see.
What's really funny is...
Stop. You bastard. Oh, one skipped frame a few seconds ago.
I'm in the middle of the fucking weeds.
Oh, that guy?
No, that's Joe Pesci.
Oh, okay, I'm like...
Hey, you arrested? Got a fucking beach in a park. I said, I'm arrested. I know I'm arrested. They pull me in, they start giving me all kinds of questions, this and that. He says, so what are you gonna tell us, tough guy? I said, my usual, 0, nothing. I tell you, fuck. He says, no, you're gonna tell me something today, tough guy. I said, all right, I'll tell you something. Go fuck your mother.
This guy right here.
You saw the paper, anything I heard was up like this. So now I'm coming around,
He was one of the good fellas. Bless you.
Fun. I mean, he didn't do a whole lot of... He wasn't like a big name actor, was he? I mean, his face looks vaguely familiar, but...
That guy. Best known for his role in some of Martin Scorsese's most famous films, he died after a long battle with various health issues. According to his wife, Denise, the veteran actor died Wednesday night in Las Vegas. She tells us he'd been sick for a couple of years, mostly kidney problems. We're told he'd been on dialysis and was on a ventilator for the past 9 days, but they waited until after Christmas to take him off of it. Adonis had a long career in Hollywood with 40 credits to his name, including the role of Anthony Stabile in the classic 1990 mafia film Goodfellas. Frank's also known for his roles in Scorsese's other legendary movies, Raging Bull, Casino. In addition, he appeared in a bunch of other popular flicks, including Wall Street, True Romance, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Rest in peace, Frank Adonis.
We all croak it at some point.
Nobody lives forever. That is true.
Except for me.
Wait, what?
I'm like I'm a caveman, bro. You didn't know?
Chaotic said the stream is stuttering at times, dropping a lot of frames, then it goes back and it's fine. We do have one skipped frame detected 2 minutes ago.
Could be server side.
What if that helps? Yeah, just trying to do too much at one time on one computer. Appreciate the heads up, though.
I don't think it's you.
I don't either. I think it's crappy Xfinity internet.
Maybe. I heard a doorbell.
Oh, I'll be right back. Shawn, talk amongst yourselves.
I'm gonna talk to myself now to keep the world entertained.
Maya, go to the living room.
So this morning I woke up and I didn't die, so that was good. And I did some video editing because I was running myself in a circle last night. Solved the problem. So yeah, up at 5 a.m. today, 5:30 a.m. Being productive and such. Well, it could be that you guys don't have encoding either. No chance for it to buffer. You mean like we're not scaling it down? Because I think we are. We're only sending out 2500 bitrate, I believe, if I remember right. I could be completely wrong on that, though.
What?
You said
Hi, I'm back.
You said it could be you guys don't have an encoder either. No chance for it to buffer. I'm not sure what he specifically means by that, per se.
Yeah, I thought Streamlabs had one built in.
It should.
I thought.
It should be encoding it before it sends it out.
Yep.
I'm not an expert on encoding. I mean, I should be, but sometimes the terminology goes by me. It's more just terminology than actually using. If that makes sense.
Michael B. Jordan is not happy with Travis Scott performing at the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I really don't care about that.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not happy with Travis Scott performing at the Super Bowl. Why?
I mean, what does that have to do with anything?
Yeah, but why is Travis Scott performing at the Super Bowl? I don't like that idea.
What the heck is it? DJI Sensus S remote controller showing up in FCC filing?
What is?
Here. I will send you this. Might be interesting. Right, no.
All right. DJI Credence remote controller shows up in FCC filing. Right after we're notified by the FCC about the filing of the new DJI Matrice 200 V2, 210 V2, and 210 RTK V2, received another one, FCC ID SS3 GL900A1811 for the DJI Cadence S remote controller. Again, a long and short-term secrecy cycle is being applied to this filing, so we don't get to see any photos or specs yet. FCC released information on yet another DJI product, the DJI Cadence S remote controller. The fact that this filing happened at the same time as the filing for the DJI Matrice 200 V2, 210 V2, and 210 RTK V2 show FCC filing indicates that we can expect a new version of the popular enterprise drone to be released soon. Think Q1, quarter 1, 2019.
Okay. It's basically I guess they have to send their stuff off to the FCC for certification, probably.
Right.
Okay. I was like, what's going on? I thought some legal thing was.
Nope, they're just getting clearance.
Yeah, the matrices are like their absolute top of the line. They're not like consumer. Like I think you have to have like certain licenses to even buy them. They're like the octocopters. They'll have like 50 have a couple 100-pound payloads. Like they can pick people up. That kind of thing.
Gotcha.
So. Yep. Never mind. I thought it was something important.
Kevin Spacey news. Lawyers claim alleged sexual assault victim allowed groping for 3 minutes. So Kevin Spacey's lawyers tried to torpedo the sexual assault charge he now faces by trying to convince a judge his sexual assault victim does not let his assailant grope him for 3 minutes. Spacey's lawyers went on court last week trying to get an order blocking prosecutors from filing charges on grounds of insufficient evidence. According to the transcript obtained by the Boston Globe, Spacey's lawyers argued the man, who was 18 at the time, did not report the incident to authorities the night it happened or even the next day. The lawyers said he wasn't interviewed in person for more than a year. The alleged victim is the son of former Boston news anchor Heather Unruh, who publicly came forward last year accusing Spacey of groping her son at the club bar on Nantucket. Spacey's lawyer said the alleged victim told cops he was the one who approached Spacey in the bar, eventually exchanging phone numbers with the actor. They also claim he lied about his age, saying he was 23. The lawyers disclosed Unruh told cops he drank between 8 and 10 drinks, beer and whiskey, in a little over an hour and was so drunk he may have blacked out.
Spacey, you're a fucking weirdo.
The lawyer's big point, Unruh allegedly told investigators Spacey groped him for about 3 minutes, claiming he didn't move away from Spacey or tell him to stop. Attorney Alan Jackson told the judge, "That's an incredibly long time to have a strange man's hands in your pants, correct?"
I mean,
the alleged victim told cops he could easily move away because the bar was packed. The alleged victim sent his girlfriend a Snapchat video during the encounter, but Spacey's attorney says all it shows is someone's hand touching another person's shirt, but no groping. However, according to court documents, the girlfriend claims the vid shows Spacey touching the front of the alleged victim's pants by his crotch. The lawyers failed in their bid, and Spacey was charged with felony indecent assault and battery.
Kevin Spacey. I really used to like that guy as an actor years ago. He's gone off the deep end Michael Jackson
A few
style.
days ago, Kevin Spacey apparently put out his own bizarre video.
Oh, yeah. This is good. You got to play this.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it a couple days ago.
Okay. Well, give me a moment.
It's creepy as fuck.
It sounds creepy. I haven't seen it.
I know what you want. Oh, sure, they may have tried to separate us, but what we have is too strong. It's too powerful. I mean, after all, we shared everything, you and I. I told you my deepest, darkest secrets. I showed you exactly what people are capable of. I shocked you with my honesty, but mostly I challenged you and made you think. And you trusted me, even though you knew you shouldn't. So we're not done, no matter what anyone says. And besides, I know what you want. You want me back. Of course, some believed everything and had just been waiting with bated breath to hear me confess it all. They're just dying to have me declare that everything said is true and that I got what I deserved. Wouldn't that be easy if it was all so simple? Only you and I both know it's never that simple, not in politics and not in life. But you wouldn't believe the worst without evidence, would you? You wouldn't rush to judgments without facts, would you? Did you? No, not you. You're smarter than that. Anyway, all this presumption made for such an unsatisfying ending, and to think it could have been such a memorable send-off. I mean, if you and I have learned nothing else these past years, it's that in life and art, nothing should be off the table. We weren't afraid, not of what we said, and not of what we did, and we're still not afraid. Because I can promise you this. If I didn't pay the price for the things we both know I did do, I'm certainly not going to pay the price for the things I didn't do. Well, of course, they're going to say I'm being disrespectful, not playing by the rules, like I ever played by anyone's rules before. I never did, and you loved it. Anyhow, despite all the poppycock, the animosity, the headlines, the impeachment without a trial, despite everything, despite even my own death, I feel surprisingly good. And my confidence grows each day that soon enough you will know the full truth. Well, wait a minute. Now that I think of it, you never actually saw me die, did you? Conclusions can be so deceiving. Miss me?
Goddamn, he's a good actor.
What just happened?
It's your interpretation of what he was talking about. But damn, he's a good actor. It just grabs you. You're like, wow. All right. Are you talking about real life?
Just grabs you. No pun intended.
Right. Or
where did it grab you, Shawn?
I mean,
and if it lasted for more than 3 minutes, it's not really harassment if you would.
I mean,
let it happen for more than 3 minutes, right?
I mean, I'm okay with it as long as he gives me a few bucks.
Well, I think that's what the kid's going after now, and now the attorneys are saying he let it happen, so it's not assault.
Just pay me. That's all.
It's not assault if you allow it to happen.
Yeah.
Well,
how do you feel about that video?
Well, not only that's the first I've heard of the Kevin Spacey sexual assault. To be completely honest,
you have never heard of it? It's been going on for a long time.
Yeah, obviously, I just don't pay that much attention to the Hollywood BS. What's going on? I didn't realize.
That's why I got kicked off his show on where he was what was that show called? Where he was the president.
Well, and that's what that whole monologue that he just did was about.
Yeah,
I get that.
Kind of. I mean, but it's also like is very I don't know, real life-ish too. You can read between the lines a little bit.
House of Cards, yeah, House of Cards. I've never watched House of Cards.
Yeah, I think I saw one.
I don't even watch a whole lot of TV. Probably should, but
probably not.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Shameless to come back on. And there's that new hospital. I forgot what it's called. Jess and I watch it all the time. It's kind of like the modern day ER.
Can't wait for Love Boat to come back on.
I think you're gonna have to convince somebody that they need to bring. Oh, New Amsterdam. I think that's the one. Yeah, New Amsterdam is the one that. It's good. It's a good show. It's a really good show. I don't think Love Boat is gonna come back on.
I mean, I think they should bring back the original cast.
Chris Brown criminal charges were filed over monkey business. Literally monkey business.
So he pissed on a monkey this time?
Chris Brown might be better off with cats and dogs. That was R. Kelly, yes.
So he beat a monkey.
Chris Brown might be better off with cats and dogs because he just got slapped with criminal charges over his pet monkey. According to legal documents obtained by TMZ, the Los Angeles City Attorney is charging Chris Brown with 2 counts of having a restricted species without a permit. The crimes carry a maximum sentence of 6 months in jail. Now, could you imagine Chris Brown? Like, he comes off as a hard ass sometimes, but we all know he's an R&B singer. Okay, we know how soft he really is.
He's a bitch.
And now he's going to go to jail for having a monkey. What's your charge, dog? Monkey business.
Wow.
As you recall, Chris got himself a baby capuchin monkey named Fiji, and he started taking major heat after posting a video of his then 3-year-old daughter, Royalty, playing with his exotic pet. People thought the wild animal posed a danger to his kid, but Chris told everyone to take a chill pill. Our law enforcement sources say folks notified the California Department of Fish and Wildlife, who launched an investigation. Breezy didn't have a permit for the monkey, so authorities got a search warrant and planned to raid Chris Brown's home, but he voluntarily agreed to surrender the exotic pet. I wonder why.
I mean, I don't think he's going to spend jail time.
I don't either. No, I mean, why did he voluntarily give it up?
Did he get jail time?
Not yet.
Oh,
not yet.
He's facing that.
Yeah.
I don't think he will.
I don't either.
He'll just pay a fine. And
here's his daughter Royalty with his monkey.
Bro, this your baby? That's your baby? I don't know. She gonna be bigger than you, man.
I mean, a monkey that size probably doesn't pose much of a danger, but when the monkey gets bigger, for sure.
Yeah, or becomes territorial.
Yeah.
That monkey's gonna gouge his daughter's eyeballs out. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, good giving it up.
But he California Department of Fish and Wildlife got a search warrant so they could go in and search his house. So he's like, no, here, have my monkey, don't come in. He's got some shit in his house he doesn't want the authorities finding out about.
Yeah, because of that list would have gotten a lot bigger.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He definitely would have been going to jail for something. Probably that Tony Montana suitcase of coke in his closet.
And who knows what else.
Disney's Jungle Cruise movie coming out scene with a gay character, but avoids the key word. Disney making strides in introducing its first openly gay character in the upcoming Jungle Cruise movie, which will feature a big coming out scene, but there's one important step missing. A test screening of the film took place last week. It'll get a wide release in 2020, and sources who attended tell TMZ Disney avoids using the word gay, while Jack Whitehall's character, McGregor, comes out to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. We're told at one point McGregor has a heart-to-heart with The Rock's lead character, Frank, about dating history, and McGregor makes it very clear he isn't into ladies. Keep in mind this flick isn't set in modern times. McGregor explains to Frank his family had tried arranging marriages for him with several women, but he didn't want to marry any of them, or any woman for that matter. He also says Emily Blunt's character, Lily, his sister in the movie,
don't marry the women. They're crazy.
was the only one in his fam to accept him and support him regardless of the person he loves. We're told the scene was well received by the audience, but the glaring omission of a pronoun to describe McGregor's love interest did not go unnoticed. Unclear if the scene will make the final cut, but you gotta imagine it will, given how significant a movie it is for Disney to include a gay character in an action blockbuster.
I say you cut it now.
Leave the guy alone, man. Leave Disney alone. So Disney didn't openly say, yes, he's gay.
Yeah, who cares?
Big deal. We know what the implication is. Why do we have to put a title on everything?
Because somebody has to have a participation award for bitching in the bitching Olympics.
Participation trophies?
Yeah,
get out of here.
You didn't win anything. All you did was just be a jackass.
There was already backlash from the LGBTQ community over Whitehall's casting earlier this summer. He's a straight guy playing a gay character, and now it's obvious Disney's watching it step even closer as it tiptoes in the 21st century. One small step for gay representation, but still plenty to go. Now, so the LGBTQ...
Why does it need to have... Like, every movie doesn't need to have representation for everything.
Well, this is saying the LGBTQ community is mad that they let a heterosexual man play a gay character. You should have had a gay man play a gay character.
Well, maybe there wasn't a good act.
Nobody can play gay like a gay guy can, right?
Except their job is to act and pretend to be things that they're not.
Right. So I suppose under that ruling, a woman should never play a masculine character, and a man should never... Wait a minute. Did I just say that out loud? A man should never play a feminine character. Now I'm really going to get under trouble.
But are you assuming that they're male characters?
Assuming gender roles.
Are you assuming their actual gender?
That's true, yeah.
So fucking confused at this nonsense.
And nonsense is exactly what it is. The whole point of acting is to just... Whoever plays the part the best should get the role.
or fit whatever fits the dynamic of the movie.
Right.
To make the best movie, not.
That's like saying if you have a black character in a movie, he shouldn't be played by a light-skinned dude.
Or here's a perfect one for representation. Go find the trailer for Tiptoes.
For what?
Tiptoes. You're gonna find this to be hilarious. This was an actual movie.
You want me to actually go look this up?
Yeah, go on YouTube.
Now, what is it?
Tiptoes.
Tiptoes?
Yep.
Like tippy toes?
Yeah, it's just called Tiptoes. Yeah. It has
Gary Oldman?
Gary Oldman, yep. And
Okay.
What's his face? You got to play this. It's hilarious.
The official trailer?
Yep.
Because there's a few different ones.
Oh, try to find the
There's a
official
VHS trailer. Are you talking about this one?
I think so. Maybe.
All right.
Oh no! We'll just start playing it.
Carol
Yes.
and Steven's life together was perfect.
I've got to get going.
Right this second. Hey, baby.
Hey, sweetie. I love you.
There's one small problem.
Hi, I'm Ross. I'm his brother. We're twins.
Are your parents,
Yeah.
It can tear them apart,
I think you're gonna let me know that everyone in your family's a midget.
They're not midgets, Carol. Dwarfs.
Whatever.
or bring them together.
Gary Oldman playing a midget.
Welcome, I'm Steve.
This is a real movie?
Yep, it's a real movie.
Steven's father, Bruno, and his mom, Kathleen, and over behind the bars.
Boy, if this came out today, you know how many different social media warriors, the social justice warriors would be in an uproar? Panties would be twisted everywhere.
When the going gets rough, it's only the size of your heart that
This is
counts.
the worst trailer ever.
That big of a deal if her kid was a
The
dwarf?
voiceover is
You knocked up
horrible.
this great girl and you didn't tell her that her baby's probably gonna be little.
I'm not like you. We are so cute and cuddly. Don't discriminate against us.
He said these parties got a little wild. I never expected this. There's sure a lot of midgets around here. You better back off.
So he had to walk around on his knees.
What he wants to do.
I'm ready for an adult relationship.
What is this man doing in your bedroom?
I'm surprised this isn't Jessica's favorite movie. She loves watching those dwarf reality
Walk
shows.
down the aisle.
It bugs me, dude. Like, she's got a dwarf fetish. You watching, Jess?
Is just a beginning.
There'll be rough patches, there's no doubt about it.
Canal Plus and Langley Productions proudly present command performances from Kate Beckinsale,
Babies.
Matthew McConaughey,
Matthew McConaughey.
and in the role of a lifetime, Gary Oldman.
Peter Dinklage literally doesn't age. Anthony's in. He said, tippy toes. Wait, what?
Tiptoes.
I can honestly say I've never ever seen the movie.
I'm not even sure if it actually ever came out. You might want to look it up.
We got to find the DVD. It had to have come out.
Maybe.
We got to find the DVD and send it to Kino.
I guess the original cut was actually pretty good, but then the it went through this huge process of being sent to different directors to cut it a bunch of different times.
Here's a review. Anthony said, "No, I don't. No, you don't. Oh, Jess, you do too, dude. You were infatuated with miniature people. Don't try to front."
Tiptoes in a role of a lifetime.
I saw the beginning. I've got to find this review. So here's a review out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Out of 10 stars on IMDb, it's got 3, and the title says, well, I don't know, or searching for Gary Oldman. And this review is super long. I don't want to read that one.
I'm sure there's a bunch of ones in there that say they're from your mom's house podcast.
I said no such thing. I'd watch anything with Matthew McConaughey. Seriously, so with Jessica.
No, this is Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey.
That's what they said in the.
In the trailer. I've seen Ghosts of Girlfriends Past. I liked it. I've seen the Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation. It was horrendous. I've seen this courtroom drama, A Time to Kill, and The Lincoln Lawyer. Love them. He's one of my favorite actors because no matter what genre he does, he's still entertaining as hell to watch. Don't even get me started about Gary Oldman. The Professional, anyone? So when I saw the trailer for Tiptoes promising McConaughey as a performance of a lifetime by Gary Oldman, needless to say, I was expecting greatness. Not really. But there has to be some redeeming value in a movie where two of my favorite actors play twin brothers and one of them is a dwarf, right? Well, no. Tiptoes is exactly as terrible as you'd expect it to be. The premise alone, like, who the hell thought of this? And why in God's name did McConaughey and Oldman agree to this abomination? Did they ever even read the script? Holy hell, it's bad. It has some laugh out loud moments, of course. I mean, the premise lends itself to some horrifically awkward situations. One of the greatest lines in the movie is McConaughey yelling, "I'm a dwarf," as his 6-foot-tall body looms over Kate Beckinsale. It's classic. And the thing is, acting is really good. Across the board. How they were able to deliver the dialogue with a straight face, I'll never know. I can't imagine what their paychecks were. There are some truly cringe-worthy moments in here, as you can imagine. There's the whole drama over calling little people midgets, and at a pointless story between Peter Dinklage with a French accent and Patricia Arquette, as in the literally adds zero to the plot. And in the ending, wow, let's just say McConaughey got the short end of the stick. I sat through this movie. You don't have to. Seriously, the trailer goes through the entire plot, and it's infinitely funnier being 3 minutes long as opposed to a 90-minute brutal movie experience. In a way, I'm glad Tiptoes was made because it's so insane and incredulous of a premise with these fantastic actors. It's like the best punchline of all time. But this movie tries to be serious, and because of that, it's painful to watch. Don't see Tiptoes.
So what you're saying is watch Tiptoes.
The next one is a 5 out of 10 stars, and the headline says, "You'll probably never see this movie, but if by chance you might, then you shouldn't read this because it gives away the plot line, but you probably wouldn't believe it anyways." If I was going to look for an actor to play a sympathetic lead role of a dwarf in a straight-up drama about little people, naturally I would turn to Gary Oldman. Yes, that's Gary Oldman, Dracula, the devil. Pontius Pilate, maybe 5'11". I guess Al Pacino wasn't available. Oh, boy. McConaughey. Oh, boy.
Tiptoes.
So I'm going to find Tiptoes on DVD and buy it for Jess because she loves little people and Matthew McConaughey. Did you hear that, Jess?
That'd be like a experience.
I don't have.
I'm surprised. Was there any like reviews on there that said things like "try it out" or any kind of like your mom's house references in there?
Well, the next one is 3 of 10. The next one is 5 of 10. Excellent original idea wasted in an awful screenplay. The next one is 1 of 10. How did they ever get funding for this?
Yeah.
This is quite possibly the worst film I have ever seen.
So what?
She said, "Please don't." Jess, you love little people and you love Matthew McConaughey. This is like a dream come true movie for you.
Let's go look at Garth Brooks's Instagram.
Oh boy, did he post another one?
No, I mean I just want to go read some of the comments on his Instagram because they're bound to be hilarious. Just pick any picture at this point. Any post.
Is he getting trolled like a ma?
There's never been someone more trolled in the history of the internet than Garth Brooks right now on Instagram.
We'll pick this one.
Oh yeah.
His caption is, "The Queen's album is out today. Let's be frank, we are all better for this music. Thank you, Trisha Yearwood. Love you. G. Star. Go to Williams Sonoma or click the link in bio to get yours." So I'm going
to start reading some of the comments.
Whoa. Well, I'd load more comments. How many times do I have to do this? Can I just start reading some?
Go read some. I don't care.
All right. I was going to go to all the comments and scroll down.
Oh, they're just going to be a crap.
So, somebody said, "Did you try rubbing it 50 times in every direction?" The next one says, "Hi, I'm Burnt Crystals and I'm a ball hog." Next one says, "4-stroke." Next one says, "That's the type of guy you're getting." Next one says, "Hi, mommy. Thanks, jeans. Cool posts. Rad jeans." Next one says, "Even tried meth. My brother didn't believe me, but he does now."
Let's talk about the 4 strokes.
And then it says, "Hey, at Segura Tom, you look like Garth." Next one says, this album can definitely piss on me and beat for how good it is. Next one says, Mary Jeans, Miss Jeans. I'm also searching for the right woman for my life. Could it be you? At Stein's Cowguard, wishing you all the best of life, beautiful. At Teresa36216, I also want a God-fearing and caring woman in my life. Ben Chris, delete your Instagram. At Lieutenant Mo, you look so beautiful. Man, this guy's just like going through and stalking the women that are commenting on this.
What?
This Ben Chris?
Oh.
He wrote to at Sandy Adams Higgins, you look so cute and beautiful. Merry Christmas. So in 5 comments in a row, he's like, I wish I had a God-fearing woman, and you look so beautiful. To 5 different women in a row.
So we found a stalker mixed in with Garth's.
The stalker amongst us.
So speaking of Garth, 2 days ago I got followed by Garth Fan 20, Garth Fan 19.
You got followed?
Yeah, I got followed by like 9 different Garth-related Instagrams.
Whoa! So this Todd McWilser said, F you, mother effer. Merry effing Christmas, ho ho ho. And then put a little emoji of a pair of jeans. Lick my hairy balls and ass. I'm going to buy this album so I can come on it. Thanks. Whoa. Boy. Yeah, I'm not reading all this. It's just...
Yeah.
Oh, he's a little racist fuck.
Oh, is that the same guy?
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and... This is what I'm going to do to this Todd McAllister guy.
It's probably not
Todd McWilser.
Is it his, is that the actual picture of him?
No. I'm just going to go ahead and...
report him?
Report him right now.
You just got called out on live stream.
On FunkShop TV, you're getting... Anytime I see anything racist, I report it. I'll be a cop. I'm a snitch. I hate racist BS.
I mean, trolling's funny, but...
I could do it right now, but I don't want you calling in because you're part of this fucking cast. So if you want to be involved in the fucking podcast, get your ass over here and sit your ass down. Got that off my chest. Boy, this Todd guy. Time's up, Garth. You're the lucky man who gets to eat out my asshole. I'll PM you my address and send a limo ASAP. This guy's a... He needs to go to a padded room.
Garth Brooks, at this point, probably like wants to delete all of his social media because just every post is just filled with. So, like, because of your mom's house, like
curiosity killed the cat, Anthony. We actually got rid of our home phone line so we could afford to have a better internet.
Really?
Just kidding. No. We did get rid of... We did X that off of our bill, though. If we ever want to do a live call, we can just plug in our cell phones. Garth, how many dead bodies do you have hidden under Studio G? When you finally get put in prison, I'm gonna take Trisha to the 7th floor crew, and we're gonna mud her.
That's a pretty common comment.
The Real Hog said, F all these haters, Girth. Just listen to the machines within. Specifically, Trish, much love, no hate. These low and loose trolls should go away. You're my flower. Mwah.
Wait, was that a
Good morning, Julia.
Reference?
You're my flower. Mwah. And F all these haters, Girth instead of Garth.
Morning, Garth.
Good morning, Girth. Man, this Todd guy really has a whole lot of racial slurs on here. I can't believe nobody's reported him yet. Come on, man. Come on, Instagram. Get with the program.
They're probably just like they go in there, like they see him, they're like, "Oh man, this Instagram is just trolled the hell out."
It is bad, dude. And this picture was liked by 41,202 people. Well, I guess I better follow Garth. Don't worry, Garth, we got your back.
Good morning, Garth.
Good morning, Garth. How's your day?
his stadium tour. Can't believe it.
Oh, here's a comment that says, "Good morning, Gulia. It's me, G. Look around. See this big stadium tour? I built it. From the crown molding to the forced air to the window to the walls. I just wanted you to know this is the real raw Mr. Yearwood you're getting. It's a conversation from one fan to another. I'm a fan of you. Do you have the bathroom code?"
Oh, Garth Brooks. Sir, you inadvertently fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that he shows up on the Your Mom's House podcast.
Good morning, Garth. Good morning, Garth.
Could you imagine if Garth Brooks agreed to do a podcast with them?
Look at this picture of him signing a book.
Ever.
Oh, it's the anthology part 3, so maybe it's not a book, it's like a CD collection thing.
Yeah, who knows?
Do you want a signed copy of Garth's an anthology? Garth is signing more copies for you tomorrow at 7 p.m. ET on garthbrooks.com/live. Plus, he has a big announcement. Team Garth randomly selected orders placed during the broadcast, and up to 24 hours after will be personalized and signed by Garth. Why didn't we, why aren't we watching those things, man?
I don't know.
How often does he do his live show?
I have no idea.
Oh, here's some video.
What happened to him? He is super awkward on social media, especially his videos. And Your Mom's House podcast with Tom Segura and them have quite humorously pointed out the ridiculousness. And
we'll just go through it.
Yeah, we'll just play this right here.
We'll go through it because it's worthy.
Hey everybody, Garth here, Nashville, Tennessee, right here in the place where we got inducted to the Hall of Fame. Great room right here in the Country Music Hall of Fame. Announced the world tour today, the stadium tour. This is going to be fun. I wanted to call it the Big Ass Stadium Tour. It's just a stadium tour. Above is all the information on it. But what we talked about today is we're going to introduce 5 cities before Christmas to go on sale, because on Inside Studio G, you guys ask for a longer planning date so you can plan to be at as many of these as you can. Here it comes. The first 2 cities. St. Louis is where we're kicking it off of. Man, you talk about a love fest last time we were there. Phoenix, specifically.
A love fest.
Where the Cardinals play there at State Farm Stadium as well. So those are the first 2. The other 3 will be announced here shortly. And again, they'll all be on sale before Christmas. And remember, this is all about game day. Every show is going to be game day or Garth day, however you want to look at it. Come dressed in your full colors, support your team. Let's go have some fun. And let's get physical playing music. I like that thought. Everybody, Garth here.
It's Garth Day.
Right
Game day or Garth Day.
And let's get physical playing music. I like that.
So the reason he's getting trolled is, basically Tom Segura's fault. So he's basically, all of his fans have gone to harass Garth Brooks every time he posts something. It's pure comedy. So, yeah.
Is this it?
Oh.
Is this one of them? He didn't. So Tom Segura's done multiple.
Oh, he has he's talked about on the podcast.
The dream still lives, and my dream is for us to love one another, all of us.
Actually, someone else did that of him. So that's that's fan art.
Oh my goodness, were people superimposing Tom Segura's face on Garth Brooks's?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. All right,
And let's get physical. I like that thought. The stadium tour.
This guy is dark city, darkness.
You really feel like that?
He keeps pushing it and pushing it away.
Yeah.
And that's what that looks like.
If you don't know Garth and you think, nobody's that nice, he really is that nice.
You're going to...
Oh my goodness. All right, where's this video the mockery?
Of what?
The Tom Segura mockery of the Garth Brooks.
I'm not sure.
I know we've played it before.
The one talking about where he's in Studio G, mimicking it.
Yeah.
Maybe go back up.
Maybe it's just
a little bit higher. I thought I saw it.
Does he play this one and then do his own?
Maybe.
Let's go have some fun, and let's get physical playing music. I like that thought.
Huh?
What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Who is Randy? Don't bring anyone mother into this. Yo, mom in the fucking sand!
Let's go have some fun, and let's get physical playing music. I like that.
That's not it. All right, where's it at?
Go down. Down. See if there's one like him, like in the studio.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for, but
keep going.
Should be that far, should it?
No, that's probably too far back.
Yeah. You know what I'll do? I'll just go to a Google search and find the video.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, chaotic. It's hilarious. Like, Segura completely just makes a super mockery of the Garth Brooks video. And we were in tears when we watched it.
Who is Randy?
Let's see if this is it. Oh, yeah. Here it is. I got it. Yeah, we love Tom Segura, too. We're fans.
Because you watch somebody like Dolly Parton, okay?
Yeah.
Watch her. I think it's that he must not like this process so much of like talking to the camera and trying to be relatable.
Yeah. It's true because you know what happened? Oof. He probably or definitely got in late on social media because we remember when he was introduced to it, the weirdest video.
He's like, "Hey guys, I'm on MySpace now."
Well, I guess it's official. We're now on Facebook. I really wasn't sure about this at the start. But then a friend of mine said something that just made all kinds of sense. She said, think of it more as a conversation. I like that.
I mean, that's like the weirdest thing that anyone's ever said.
I like that.
So I think what happens is this is a guy that comes from the age of like just do your music, do radio interviews maybe, you know, like do that kind of thing. So all this stuff is so foreign to him that he's never adapted like how to be natural doing it.
Well, and also, and I'll tell you.
And also, he might be a monster in real life.
I think he's a monster. No, I do.
So this is him like.
I do. Can I tell you why I think he's a monster? Okay, when somebody really smiles, you see his smile?
Yeah.
The eyes don't match the smile. When you really smile, look, and it's genuine. You get wrinkles in your eyes, and the eyes kind of narrow, right? So his eyes are just normal, wide open, and then like this. Yeah, that's associated. Like a chimp smile. His face doesn't light up to match it.
Yeah.
I think there's that. I think that he's so forcing. He's forcing this
stuff
relatability, and it's
so
not relatable.
Bizarre, you know.
No, he's forcing. I think he's a monster. I think he is. He's so afraid that people are going to see that he might be a little shitty. Because you watch somebody like Dolly Parton, okay?
Yeah.
Watch her talk to anybody, and you can tell that Dolly Parton is Dolly Parton is Dolly Parton, no matter what.
Yeah.
She speaks from the heart. You can tell she's warm. But this guy is dark city, darkness.
You really feel like that?
Darkness, yeah. But he doesn't embrace the darkness. He keeps pushing it and pushing it away.
Yeah.
And that's what that looks like when you're like, I'm nice. I promise I'm nice. You love me. Everybody likes me, Daddy.
Hey. Okay, well, how did I do here? How did I do?
Hey, Tom here inside your mom's house studio where we film every episode. It's pretty cool. I just wanted to announce the Down Tour. I wanted to call it the Take It Down Your Throat Out Your Asshole Tour, but it's just Take It Down. And I wanted to announce some dates because you guys asked me. You said, can you let us know way ahead of time so we can be able to go to as many of these as we want to? Yeah, so here's the first two, man. We're going to do the Masonic in San Francisco, January 4th. Oh, that's such a love fest there last time. And then we just added Oklahoma City on Tuesday, actually. See comedy on Tuesday. We're going to do Tuesday, Oklahoma City at the Tower Theater. That's going to be January 22nd, and we're gonna have so much fun.
Yeah.
Hey, dress up, wear your favorite things, and this whole thing's gonna be like sports fun. It's like, hey, comedy while we're getting physical. I like that.
Even there, you're super relatable and.
So he failed the make it creepy mark. Apparently, Christina's saying he's like, look, even there, you're presentable. Garth, he's just.
I get, yeah.
Good morning, Julia.
There you go.
And normal, right?
Good morning.
Such a great podcast.
Yes, absolutely is. This is why we can't get any viewers watching our podcast. Because people try to compare us to other people. They're like, these guys suck. I'm going back to your mama's house. You guys suck. It's all right. I'll suck. I don't swallow.
All right. Well, I think we're pretty good for today. We're like 12 o'clock. It's like 12. About to 12.
What are you talking about? Anthony said he was going to be over in 30 minutes. Hold on. Hold that look.
I saw the post too.
Do that again. Anthony said he's going to be over in 30 minutes. Good morning, Anthony. Oh, he said he's going to make his Good Morning Julia video today.
About time you make something.
We should still do all the fan thing.
Do what? Oh, yeah.
Put fans all over my kitchen counters. My dog was sick, you dicks. Yeah, well, I'm sure you had to hold it and pet it and hold its hair while it threw up.
Did you give it a reach around too?
He did. Oh, that's the wrong camera.
What's up, invisible guest? Oh, that's Anthony.
It's a shush. I was at the vet. Yeah. It's like you didn't feel like going out anywhere last weekend, but you were able to go down to my father's, whatever it was. I don't feel good. I can't go live with you, but I'm going to go to the bar and play board games.
Play pocket pool.
It's all good, Anthony. You don't have to. You don't got to explain nothing, bruh. We know where your priorities lie, bruh.
You do what you.
You do. You do? What do you do? What, Shawn? What was that?
Nothing. Nada.
One more scroll before we decide to call it a day.
One more what?
Scrolling down Facebook, see if there's any new news.
Oh, scroll.
Death of police officers on duty on the rise in the U.S. I wonder why. The report says 144 federal, state, and local officers have died so far in 2018, up 12% from last year. I wonder why.
We're in the Portland, Oregon metro area.
Chaotic. We are in Vancouver, Washington. Coming straight out of Vantucky. Michelle Obama bests Hillary Clinton to be voted most admired women by Americans, poll shows. Surprise, surprise. Why would Hillary Clinton even be mentioned in most honorable or most admired women by Americans? I could see Michelle Obama on the list, but not Hillary Clinton. No. Trump signed letter of intent for Trump Tower Moscow project despite Giuliani insisted he didn't. If anybody at this point thinks that Trump isn't in some sort of business dealings with Putin and Moscow and Russia, you're a fucking idiot.
I think he's completely legit. I mean, Trump wouldn't lie.
Get $12 off your Taco Bell delivery order.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Don't give up.
Is that through Postmates?
Oh, don't get up. We'll bring Taco Bell to you. Get $12 off your first Grubhub delivery order of $15 or more. So I can order $15 worth of Taco Bell and get $12 off, so I'll get it for $3?
Plus delivery fees.
Oh. Anthony said, I didn't go to my father's place. We don't care, Anthony. We really don't.
Man nails nuts to the ground. That's what we care about, Anthony.
Troops bringing Trump hats to sign may violate military rule. Troops getting President Donald J. Trump's autograph on Make America Great Again hats may have broken military rules to not engage in partisan political activities or endorsement of a political candidate, campaign, or cause. Man, shut up. If the troops want to get a hat and get it signed by the Führer-in-Chief, let them.
Yeah,
leave it alone. They're in Iraq, sacrificing their lives and livelihood for our freedoms. If they want to get an autographed made in China hat that says Make America Great Again, let them.
True story.
Chaotic said, yo, I saw that. If I had $15 worth of Taco Bell to order, I would. Yeah, who wants to really order $15 worth of Taco Bell? If we're feeding a bunch of people, could you eat $15 worth of Taco Bell by yourself?
Easily.
I mean, I know you could, but would you want to?
It's usually about what I spend.
At Taco Bell?
Most of the
You eat
time.
Taco Bell like that? I couldn't do it, dude.
But it's not that much. Prices aren't as cheap as they used to be.
No, I get that, but I think
a meal.
To me, the best
like
things at Taco Bell are on the dollar menu, and I could eat maybe 4.
Well, yeah, if you just eat the dollar menu. I'm not talking about eating off the dollar menu. But like you get a meal and a few more tacos, essentially, like you're $15 after
No,
tax.
I get it, but I like the best things on their menu are on the dollar menu.
I don't think so.
I do, and
I like
that's
the
my point.
steak
Like,
quesadillas.
you like Taco Bell food?
I like certain things from them. I like the nachos. Yeah. No, you go like this.
Oh, like you got to brush it up.
Yeah. That's.
Anthony said, if you're high as fuck or drunk as fuck, yes.
Or fat as
Which
fuck.
I haven't been either in a very, very long time. So, no, Taco Bell is never good to me. Never.
Or hungry.
Their meals are already pretty filling. I would have a hard time eating $15 worth of Taco Bell on my own. That's my point.
I can eat like one of those big family packs, no problem, by myself.
What? That's like 12 tacos.
Yeah,
or 12 burritos or 12 mix and match.
Yeah, that's easy.
What?
I do that like that's literally like a normal meal.
Dude, next time you're hungry, be like, I am going to Taco Bell. I'm getting a family pack. I'm bringing it over, and I want to watch you on podcast eat the whole thing.
15 tacos?
That's disgusting to me. I couldn't do that without throwing up.
Tacos.
I have not had their breakfast. Chaotic said, have you had their breakfast? It's actually legit. I have not had it.
I don't like their breakfast.
Trump accidentally identifies secret Navy SEAL team in video post.
I mean, Trump was pretty smart.
I'm pretty skinny. You don't eat Taco Bell? No. Fuck. Führer-in-Chief. What are we gonna do about this guy, man?
Somebody should send Trump $15 in Taco Bell with that coupon. Somebody should Grubhub Trump.
Well,
Taco
here is
Bell.
an article that we're going to read, and you're going to clip it because this is bound to go viral. Are you ready for this?
No.
I got to bring down the music player a little bit so we can focus on the story. The headline on rare.us under the rare politics category is Mueller should be done with his investigation in the next 2 months. Yes.
I don't care.
Hopefully by the end of February, we'll know what's going on. California decides to regulate... I can't even read this without... Hold on. Gotta take a deep... California decides to regulate cow farts in order to fight global warming. California has become the first state in the union to regulate cow farts. The Golden State enacted legislation in September that will regulate greenhouse gas emissions from farms and landfills, including cow flatulence, a major source of methane, which is more potent greenhouse gas than carbon dioxide.
So they're just going to tax the farmers more money, is what I'm getting
from the Associated Press. If we can reduce emissions of methane, we can really help to slow global warming, says Ryan McCarthy, a science advisor for the California Air Resources Board, which is drawing up rules to implement the new law.
I have a question. How are you going to reduce farts? Are you going to bag them? Are you going to can them? Like you're going to duct tape glass jars to their buttholes, and when they fart, you swap them out and tie them up real quick and sell them on eBay.
Livestock are responsible for 14.5% of human-induced greenhouse gas emissions, with beef and dairy production accounting for the bulk of it, according to a 2013 United Nations report. Since, no pun intended, since the passage of its landmark global warming law in 2006, I wonder if they wrote this intentionally using the word passage. They're like, what kind of words could we use for euphemisms for passing gas? Since the passage of its landmark global warming law in 2006, California has been reducing carbon emissions from cars, trucks, homes, and factories while boosting production of renewable energy. In the nation's largest milk-producing state, the new law aims to reduce methane emissions from dairies and livestock operations to 40% below 2013 levels by 2030, McCarthy said.
But how? They've yet to say anything about what they want to implement.
State officials are developing the regulations, which take effect in 2024.
So the idea was like, we want to have less gassy cows. All right, so we have 6 years to figure out how.
So, depending on how the regulations are crafted, they could result in price increases on milk and other dairy products for consumers all over the country. California dairy farmers say they're already struggling with high labor costs, a drought, and low milk prices. The new regulations, combined with the mandatory increased overtime pay that was enacted by the California legislature this year, could force many dairies out of business. California regulators plan to combat the methane that is produced by the digestive system of cows. Cows release the methane when they pass gas, belch, or produce manure. Here's an answer to your question. One of the ways they plan to reduce methane emissions is by requiring farmers to change the diets of their cows.
So then they're going to have shitty milk. Thanks.
For example, Australian scientists have discovered that adding a sprinkle of dried seaweed to a cow's diet reduces the amount of methane it produces by 99%. So they're going to start feeding cows sushi. The same scientists who made that discovery are now trying to scale up seaweed production to meet global demand. There is no estimate on how much this seaweed will cost. Relatively cheap, I'm sure.
Actually, we've been running lower and lower on seaweed. Seaweed's a major problem in the world.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure because of global warming and the temperatures of the oceans.
I think that it's
among other things. I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, seaweed is one of the things that's become increasingly more and more less common. I don't want to use the word rare because it's not rare yet, but it's on its way there. I'm pretty sure.
I thought it was.
Or is it algae?
Algae. I think you're thinking algae. Seaweed.
Isn't algae and seaweed?
I think as the ocean waters warm up, it's easier to grow seaweed.
Isn't algae and seaweed essentially the same thing?
Seaweed, well, yes. Seaweed or macroalgae refers to several species of macroscopic, multicellular marine algae. The term includes some type of red, brown, and green macroalgae. So it depends on the climate, but...
And the type of seaweed?
Yeah.
So basically, I'm partly right. Got it.
Anthony said algae and seaweed are not the same thing, even though I read the official definition.
I think
they are.
You didn't listen.
Oh, Anthony's not always right.
Yes, seaweed.
No, it's not a seaweed. Seaweed or macroalgae refers to several species of macroscopic multicellular marine algae. So yes, it is.
They may not be the same family, but I'm pretty sure, like, if the temperature of the oceans and the climate and stuff are affecting one type of algae, they're going to have at least some effect on all the algae, including the seaweed.
Another idea being explored by California regulators is to require more dairy farms to install methane digesters, which burn methane gas and use it to produce electricity.
So they're going to stick tubes up the cows' butts, and they're going to pipe that gas into an electric farm. Sweet, we could power electric cars off cow farts.
This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Well, I'm glad we figured that one out. Elon Musk, got a new challenge for you. Cow farts, electric cars. They go together.
Trump is still very firm on the wall as shutdown drags on. Big baby throwing his fit.
True
A
story.
super blood wolf moon eclipse is coming in January.
I was waiting my whole life for that.
Near the end of January, the moon will be completely covered in the Earth's shadow, creating a total lunar eclipse that will be visible across all of the continental United States. In other news, Baby It's Cold Outside cover by Dean Martin soars to number 10 amid controversy. I think the Biggz and Shawn version was much better. Much better.
Baby, it's cold outside.
The Violence Against Women Act expires because of government shutdown. This was posted by Bernie Sanders, and the headline says, "We will not go back to the days when survivors of domestic violence had no access to services or recourse against their abusers because domestic violence is swept under the rug as a shameful private issue. We must reauthorize and expand services provided through the Violence Against Women Act." In other news, Portland is number 190 out of 200 on the Allstate America's Best Drivers report.
In other news, Anthony's headed to a glory hole. That's what he said in group chat.
Portland is number 190 out of 200 on the Allstate America's Best Drivers report.
So pretty terrible.
That's why insurance costs so much around here.
I mean, I see it all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Iraqi lawmakers demand U.S. withdrawal after Trump visit. How about that? 22-year-old Christian preacher clarifies that he wants gays executed humanely. This was posted on deadstate.org, and I'm going to go ahead and read the article because this might make for a great clip. Matt Powell is a young Christian preacher with a little over 350 YouTube subscribers who is trying to create a following for himself. The problem is that whenever his videos get any sort of attention, it's because he's saying incredibly stupid or reprehensible things. Earlier this month, Powell appeared on a webcast with atheist YouTuber Skylar Fiction, where the two got into a discussion about the harm that Christianity promotes, such as anti-homosexuality. Powell wasn't shy about sharing his views on how gay people should be dealt with. He was quoted as saying, "As far as homosexuality goes, I believe the Bible puts the death penalty on it. I believe it's disgusting, and incidentally, every scientific test has come back and said that homosexuals are 50 more times likely to get AIDS. We got this AIDS thing spreading. It's a fact that this is the case." "You don't believe that gay people should be stoned to death, do you?" Skylar asked. "I believe the Bible puts the death penalty on it," Powell replied. "Obviously not by me or anybody in regular society. Obviously, I believe it's the government's job to execute criminals. I believe the Bible says clearly that homosexuality is a criminal crime. It's a crime. It's one of the worst crimes ever." If that wasn't Trumpian, I don't know what is. It's a crime. It's one of the worst crimes ever. Is that what you're advocating for, Skylar Press? That our government should stone guys to death to execute them? Powell took the opportunity to state that he believes in humane executions when it comes to gay people. "By whatever means they execute people, and obviously I believe in humane, putting to death," Powell replied. Skylar then pointed out that Powell's use of the word humane when talking about executing people for the mere fact that they're gay was ghoulishly hypocritical. "Whatever our government says as far as for the death penalty, I think should go for them," Powell clarified. Skylar went on to ask how Powell thought other offenses that the Bible are worth Skylar went on to ask how Powell thought other offenses that the Bible says are worthy of death, such as disobedient children, should be dealt with. The younger preacher applied the same ghoulish standard.
Your thought process is super flawed and your brain is broken and you haven't grown up enough to realize your stupidity. That's my opinion. Right now, you're a dumb shit.
Well, you know what? Gay people should be executed, but they should be executed humanely. So we shouldn't stone them to death like the Bible says. We should just give them a lethal injection.
Or not.
Or not.
I mean, the argument is like, oh, they're bad because gays are way more likely, 50 times more likely to
carry AIDS.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that has to do with what they're doing, not because they're gay.
Why don't we just hand all gay people Calvin Kleins?
And that's
problem solved.
That statistic is only based upon like the bottoms in a. If the gay person is not a bottom and they're a top, then like if they're a giver versus a taker,
a pitcher, not a catcher.
Yeah, just another term for the same thing. Like the givers aren't the ones generally getting AIDS. It's a lot harder for a guy to get AIDS than a woman, and that's because of just the science behind it, like how it works. Like because there just is more being inserted into, or be the insertee. You're much more likely to get those versus being the inserter. Anyway, so maybe he should do a science experiment with himself.
It's the turkey that gets the virus, not the turkey baster.
Yeah, maybe this guy should test this theory and be the turkey. But if he's not attracted to him, he's not gay, right? So he's just testing this thing.
Well, it's not gay if you're not attracted to him. It's just science.
Yeah. He's doing a science experiment.
Well,
he might be a flat earther too.
Anthony said, "Are you having sex with gay people? If not, why do you care about them having AIDS?" Well, because if somebody trips and falls and busts their knee open, they leave blood on the sidewalk. Then if you fall on that same spot and get the blood on you, then you can die of AIDS.
I mean, that's fucking. I think you might have a better chance.
President Trump says replace the dollar with gold as the global currency to make America great again. That's a good idea.
All right, I think it's time to call it. Jesus.
Police seize gambling machines from a church. Police say they found a large gambling operation, including video surveillance and a bell system meant to warn patrons of nearby law enforcement in a church. Cell signal puts Cohen outside Prague at the time of purported Russian meeting that didn't take place, apparently. Yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff we can cover tomorrow. Tomorrow right here on FunkShop TV. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. Anthony says I'm going to go jump in the shower and then I'll be on my way. Good morning, Julia. Good morning, Julia. Although, didn't you finish the video you wanted his help with? What are you doing with the Scotch tape? Oh. Alright. I bet that sounds really good in the...
Probably.
Shawn's bored, apparently. So with that, I'm going to find somebody for rating purposes.